Hey YouTube, it's Anna and I'm making another video about like just my life and my lessons that I've learned. This is like the main lesson I learned on my 24 years of life. I'm 25 now, but I'm talking about last year's like main lesson. This is like my 5th time recording this, but I feel like my other 5 videos, like I was getting a little bit too personal and I was ranting and I was really in my feelings. So I had to do it over. But yeah, I feel like the lesson was knowing how to cut people off when they need to be cut off and just not allowing them in so easily. So basically I was around people I shouldn't be around. Not the same frequency, not the same mindset, not the same hobbies, not the same goals, nothing. Not even the same type of music. Like, how can you even relate with people if you guys can't even listen to the same type of music? Just very different frequencies. And of course that's where I fucked up, but in my defense, due to the circumstances, like where I live, like I have no friends, like there's no youth where I stay. So where I worked, it was like the closest thing like I could be to like females and like people my age and shit like that. So after a while you start socializing with your like co-workers and whatever. So eventually like you guys start, not everybody, which I shouldn't have, but I did. You start hanging out and shit like that, and then making friends from their friends, and so yeah. Work and friendship do not mix. You guys, I get that like sometimes you can meet cool co-workers and shit like that, but it's better when it's left at work, at least in my circumstances, because I can't relate to these people. I am in a whole like different level, so that there causes friction because it's felt. And like learning how to cut people off when you start noticing like envious behavior and little underhand comments and little spiteful shit, like leave. No good friend, nobody that means well to you will ever put you in that position of feeling uncomfortable, feeling like you have to question this person because it's like, was that a shot or am I tripping? And it's just like, okay, I feel it like you're constantly doing shit, and when I ask you like what's up, you try to act crazy like I'm tripping. Yeah. Where I fucked up is that I would notice spiteful things and like subliminals and facial expressions and just shit like that, and I will continuously let that shit slide because one moment they'll be like they'll do something funny and then like I'll question it and they'll notice that I'm questioning them, so then they come off again like they're super friendly to make me be like, oh okay, so that weird shit, I must have been tripping, or they must have not meant it. That way like they keep me around so they can keep doing their manipulative narcissist shit. I don't even know if I'm making sense, but if you feel like you're subliminally being talked about in front of your face, cut that person off. I allow myself to be in so many situations where I knew I was being subliminally talked about, but I was just like, maybe I'm tripping, maybe because I think everybody out to get me, but sometimes people really are. Like, and then I'm kind and I'm like more of a quiet person, so like bitches take that as weakness and dumbness, so they really think I'm dumb, and they really think that I'm sitting there and not knowing that you guys are all talking about me in codes. Like, And then when I asked, like, so what's up? Like, you was talking about me, like, obviously, in a mature way. Then it's like, what are you talking about? Like, if I, all that other shit that I don't got time for. Like, another thing, like, sharing, don't share too much of yourself, because with these people, that's why they're getting close to you, because they want to build this trust so you can share more about yourself and luckily get into some secrets, because they want to use it against you, and they just want to figure out what you're about and what they could tell other people or how they could use you, and just feed off of you. A lot of shit. Another shit that I noticed: if somebody ever wishes sickness and death upon you, cut them off. This person was constantly wishing sickness and death upon me. Like, and I was just like, nah, like, this is not normal. This is not a friend. This is not even an acquaintance. This is a fucking vampire disguised as this person that things, I don't even know. But if they're wishing death and sickness upon you, cut them the fuck off. Don't talk to them. Don't. And then another thing, don't let people touch you. I know there's the same person that was always wishing death and fucking sickness upon me will always try to find ways to slightly touch me. Like, why are you always trying to put your hands on me? Why? It's like vampire-ish. Like, don't touch my aura. And then it's funny because it's like they might not know that they're literally being a vampire, but they're subconsciously telling me that they're a vampire, because they will be like, oh, I need some of your light, and then try to touch me. Like, weird shit. Or one time they fucking, you know what, I'm not even gonna get into detail because it gets dark, and I have stalkers currently because they got cut off, so now they're trying to be nosy about everything that I fucking do. So let me not get into detail because bitches is weird. If they're fucking subtweeting, throwing shots in the comments, like all that shit, like and then all these people are older than me. All these people are in their 30s. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Also too, like, age difference. I know sometimes age is a number, but if you are young and you got a lot going for yourself, you know what you want, you know where you're headed, you're already doing what you're talking about, don't fucking hang around people that are older than you, that don't got shit going on, because they're gonna envy you, because you have your whole fucking life ahead of you, and you know where you're already working towards it. So imagine where you're gonna be at their age. Like, another thing, like, bitches don't like to be intimidated on some, like, you can bring more to the table, you know. If they see that you can bring more to the table and that your ideas are fucking actually good and they could pop off, yeah, they're gonna hate you. It's just a lot of shit. Like, I just can't believe that I just allowed it to go on for so long. And I'm very sensitive to, like, emotions and what people project onto me. And, like, any little thing, like, I'll be in my head for a long time, especially when it's people hurting me and I don't see a legit reason on why they're doing this to me. I take it very personal because it just lets me know, like, you're such a fucked up person, because I'm sitting here, like, being I'm not saying I'm the most positive person, but if people come to me with something, I'm gonna give you a legit feedback, and I'm gonna try to uplift you. And I feel like I could be silly. I feel like I could be goofy. I feel like I could be laid back and all this other shit. So, and the fact that people really feel like, oh well, she is kind of on the soft side, so I'm gonna try her because I'm mad and because I fucking dislike her because she's fucking cute and I'm fucking ugly. So I'm gonna fucking try to step over this fucking nice bitch. As if that's gonna make you any fucking cuter. Ranting again, getting off topic, but I have nobody to fucking talk about besides my fucking boyfriend, and he's tired of hearing this shit, okay? I need bitches. I need y'all in my comments. I need you guys to tell me your experience, how you can fucking relate, and all this other shit, because I need some girl talk. It's just so fucking sad. Cause it's like, you can't really find genuineness. Especially when you got shit going on. When you shine, like, but I'd rather be lonely than a fucking nobody with a bunch of friends. And that's just, it is what it is. People can see when a star walks in, because the star just lights up the room, and that's undeniable.